Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for checking this video out. If you're here, it's on how to connect the Boss 508 UB. It's a Bluetooth radio, very cheap. You can get it at Walmart, you can get it at AutoZone, you can get it at O'Reilly's. And if not the exact radio, you can get something close to it. And it's all under for like 30 bucks. Some places have it for 25. If you get it online through Walmart, I think it's 25 bucks. Boss has a version of it, and so does Dual, D-U-A-L. So good radios, you know, they'll last you forever if you take care of them and you're gentle with them. So this video is kind of just about, it started out how to connect that specific radio. And then I said, well, hell, while I'm at it, why not make the video about how to connect pretty much all radios, how to simplify it and stuff like that. Now, the only thing I didn't use in this video is I didn't use the connection, because your car has, you know, a factory connector that you can buy. Your car comes with a factory connector, and so that you don't have to splice the wires, you can buy an aftermarket connector that connects to that connector, so that you don't cut your wires. And the Camaro already had the wires, you know, cut up, so it didn't have the factory connector. So what you're seeing here is how to connect a radio raw. If you don't have the connector, the factory connector, and then you buy the aftermarket connector to connect to that, and then that connects to the aftermarket radio. That's a lot of connectors. But this, in this video, you're just going to see me connect the radio directly to the car stereo or to the car of the Camaro. So I hope it helps somebody if you don't have, you know, the factory connector. And that's what this video kind of turned into. So check it out, and don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, of course, and any comments. I mean, I do respond. If I don't know, I'll try to find out. And sometimes other people, other viewers, they chime in, and we help each other out. And that's what we're here on this earth to do, you know. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for checking in, and check out the video. Here he goes. Okay. So I took my stereo out of the Camaro because the Camaro wasn't running right, and I want to put a stereo back in, but I don't want to put in the one I had before, the one you've seen in the videos. I'm going to go ahead and put in the cheaper stereo in case the car breaks down. It's no big deal. This just cost, you know, like 30 bucks. This is the one that I recently put on the on my YouTube channel. It's still a good radio. It can hold 2 preamps, which I am. I'm going to hook up an amp to it, and then it's pretty simplified in how to hook it up. And this is the Boss 508 UB, as it says right there. So it has AM FM, has a CD, has a USB, also has an auxiliary, and I can put a small SD card right in there. So this is what I'll be using, and it is Bluetooth, so I can call and answer phone calls and call out and stuff like that. So it's a good little stereo. But I just noticed that I took out the sleeve that goes in here, so now I got to go back inside and go get the sleeve so I can do it correctly. So I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. This is the sleeve. It's called a sleeve. So this needs to go in here, and then the radio will slide in there like so, and then nobody will be able to take it out because it has these little tabs on the side that you'll secure it to, supposedly. But where there's a will, there's a way. You know how that goes. So just to let you know, I'm going to be connecting this radio. It's pretty simple. These top speakers here, or these top wires, go to the speakers. So I'm going to connect that to the speakers, front, right and left, and back, right and left. So here's the black wire. You see it's got a red one here. I don't know if you can see that. It's red and black. So you got positive, negative, positive, negative. These are to the front speakers. And then you got these gray ones, and I got another gray one back there. That's to the rear. And it's that simple. And I'll show you the hookup in a second here when I finish. I'm going to explain real quick these wires and what they do. These wires here are the ones that go to the power source. So the black is obviously going to be negative, and the red is going to be your ignition. So when you turn the key on, you get power to a certain wire, and that's what you connect this to. This is not a constant power. The yellow one is the one that's a constant power. So in this case, if you see, I have this wire here. I'm going to hook it up to this here. Watch this. It didn't light up, you see? So that's the one that goes to the battery, to the ignition. I apologize. That's the one that goes to the ignition. So when I turn the key on, this would give me power. Now this one back here, this orange wire, when I touch it, you see that? Turns on. So that's giving me constant power. And that would be like, you know, for your clock and your memory on your radio. So that's constant power. So this yellow one that I have here is your constant power. That goes to the constant power. And the red one goes to red, which is red. That goes to that one. It only gets power when you turn on the car. That's what powers on the stereo, and it lights up, and then it works. So this one here is just for memory. Okay. And then you have another one. This one gives out power. This one says power antenna. But we all know we don't use it for a power antenna. Some people do, you know, if you have a fancy smancy car. I use this for my remote for my amplifier. So this is what would turn on my amplifier. It doesn't give it power, it just tells it to turn on. So that's how easy that is there. And then the other wires, like I said, go to the speakers. Okay. So if you have any questions on that, let me know. Okay, so not to bore you, I turn the GoPro off and I connect the wires, and then I come back and show you what I've done. So again, these three wires are hooked up, the negative, and here's the constant power, and then this is the battery, the one that goes to the key. It turns on only when you turn on the key. And then this is your power antenna, which I'm gonna, you know, tape off, or actually I'm going to connect to my amplifier to turn on my amplifier. So that's how easy it is for those wires. So theoretically now, let's try this. I'm going to hook this on to the bottom here. You see I still need to put the other one. Haven't connected the speakers yet. I'm just testing to see if this booger will turn on. Need my keys. Here's my keys. And by the way, for you YouTubers, if you're wondering how I'm able to do this and use two hands, I actually have a chest mount. So now, here we go. There we go, it turned on. See that? I'm going to hit the power button here, right there. And it should say welcome, and it does. It says welcome. You can see the lights are on here. It's on station 875. See that? When I turn off the car, it should turn off, and it does. So that's connected correctly. So we're on the right path. So anyways, I was saying I'm using a chest camera rig that holds my GoPro, and I'm able to use two hands. Just to give you an idea on how I'm doing that, and able to move around, by the way. Okay, be back in a sec. Okay, fast forwarding again. So I found out that on the hookups, the two outer wires on the plug go to the rear, and it even says so right here on the diagram, that the two outer ones are the ones that go to the rear. Now what I did, I'm testing them. I'm not going to play the song because of copyrights, but in any case, you know, you want to connect one speaker and then flip the wires and see how it sounds. And if you hear a deeper bass on one than the other, then that's the correct way to do it. And then you hook up the other side. You see I got two wires here. So this is the right side, and then this is the over here, if you can see, is the left side. So it's the left rear, this is the right rear. Two purple over here and two green over here. One has a black line, one doesn't. So then I connect it, and then again I do the same thing. I flip the wires to see which way it sounds better. And there's other ways to test it, of course. You know, there's on YouTube, tells you can use a battery and you can hear the sound and the clicks and all that, but I like to do it by sound. And so when I connected it and I got the right sound, I know I'm in the right, I'm going the right way. So anyways, that's just a little tip on how to do that. Now I'm going to connect the front speakers. Okay, guys and gals, so I got all the wires hooked up. As you can see here, they're separate. These are the speaker wires here, the white, all speaker wires. Two are not connected because my speaker on my left hand side front is not working, so really don't need to connect it. I'm going to have to buy a new speaker and then connect it, or I guess I can connect the wire and this then just replace the speaker. That's what I'm going to do. But in any case, so here's this is for the power and such, so it's that easy. Later I'm going to hook up an amp and I'll show you how I do that, but I want to show you what it looks like with the cage in there. It's really not that hard, pretty simple. And those of you that are going to get at me for using electrical tape, keyword electrical, that's what we've been using since the 80s. You know, I don't see, you know, this tape, and it is UL approved, okay? It's pretty safe to use. It's heat resistant up to like 200 and some degrees. We've used since back in the 80s. I'm not going to spend, you know, $10, $20, $7 or anything like that to connect what electrical tape can do. It's a waste of money to me. But keep your comments to yourself. If you want to use the little tabs or the shrink wrap, whatever, that's you. I'm not a professional. I'm a cheap guy that wants to do it as cheap as possible. And there you have it, guys, the final install. I have the key ignition on, and as you can see, it turned on and it's loading, and you can click through. Where's the source? There's the source. Bluetooth, disc, auxiliary, radio. We're gonna turn that down for copyrights, and it's that easy. I just need to get the little ring that goes around it inside the apartment. But that's how easy it is. You got any questions, ask me. Please follow and like, subscribe. And this is on the Boss Radio. I think it's under like 24 or 30 bucks, depending where you buy it. And I will do another video coming up when I put in the amplifier and the woofer, subwoofer. Okay, have a good one, guys.